stream. Got a few technical issues I'm working out right now, but we're gonna be doing a Let's Play of Mass Effect. We'll go through the Mass Effect Legendary Edition, which is exciting. Also, please forgive all the technical Doomawatchis. We're just trying to get used to things here at YouTube Live. The idea here would be to start something new and make it silly and go through for pretty lore-heavy stuff. Try to focus on the actual gameplay itself, maybe have a few laughs, you know, the boring stuff. It's good times.
Welcome to Alliance Military Database. Classified information requested. Establishing secure connection. Secure connection confirmed.
Alright, hold on. Gonna turn down the volume of the game a bit here. And as is law with streaming, we have to make a silly looking character. I don't make these rules. The high table of streaming did. And then, this is always a tough choice in Mass Effect, right? So are you going to go male Shep, or are you going to go fem Shep? Quite frankly, the voice acting, I think, for the fem Shep is better. However, the love interests are clearly better for male Shep. And seeing as Mass Effect is, you know, equal parts slaughtering half the galaxy and going, well, bang, okay, you kind of need male Shep to do that. It's a tough choice, though, because the voice actor, and forgive me for forgetting her name, the voice actor for the fem Shep is just phenomenal. But in this case, I think we're gonna go Boy Scout male Shep.
Please log in to access your profile.
And John is fine. John is a perfectly reasonable name for the goofy Doomawachi we're about to make. Maybe. Being as you don't see it ever again, it's just a save file name, I don't think I care that much.
Warning. Data corruption detected. Please reconstruct profile. Confirm pre-service history.
Okay, so you get the 3 origin stories for your Shepard. I don't think I've ever actually seen anybody enjoy Spacer. Maybe they do, I don't know. I've never seen anybody even talking about it in the many years of playing Mass Effect. But that goes, both of your parents were in the Alliance military. Your childhood was spent on ships and stations as they transferred from posting to posting, never staying in one location for more than a few years. Following in your parents' footsteps, you enlisted at the age of 18. So generally, you're a military brat. You're an Alliance Navy military brat, jumping from spaceship to spaceship, not really having a home, in as if those were bases. That's the general idea of Spacer. I don't think I've ever seen any major conversations happening around Spacer. Then you have Colonist. You were born and raised on Mindor. Mindor? That one. A small border colony in the Attican Traverse. When you were 16, slavers raided Mindor? When you were 16, slavers raided that place, slaughtering your family and friends. You were saved by a passing Alliance patrol, and you enlisted with the military a few years later. So, in the Mass Effect universe, colony kids is a big deal, because you had the humans that were birthed and raised on Earth, and then you have kind of the differentiation of a colony kid who may have had it a little harder, right? Because they're living on an alien planet, usually in unwelcoming territories, because for some reason humans like to colonize places that hate them. And that didn't change in space, apparently. 1 second. And then you have the Earthborn, and I think I've seen the most playthroughs with Earthborn. And if I remember correctly, if you're doing a full bad guy run, if you're being a jerk Shep instead of a nice guy Shep, you end up being Earthborn. This is going to be that differentiation I was just talking about between Colony Kid and Earthborn as well. It doesn't play a huge role in the storytelling of the games, but, you know, it's a little tidbit. And I think there's 1 or 2 missions in the games as you progress that change based on these origin stories. Earthborn, you were an orphan raised on the streets of the great megatropolises covering Earth. You escaped the life of petty crime and underworld gangs by enlisting with the Alliance military when you turned 18. So basically, you didn't have any prospects, and you were like, it's a paycheck, and you joined the military. Which, what are you going to do? So, really, this is more roleplay. There's things this affects more than anything. It's obviously the roleplay, and like I said, the one or two missions that this will affect eventually throughout all the games. But the other thing that I know for a fact it influences is the Paragon or Renegade system's starting points. So the various decisions you make here for the pre-service history, as well as the decisions you make as your service history with the military, change your Renegade or Paragon stances. I know Earthborn is the most Renegade for the origin story, and I forget which one's the highest for the Paragon. And I'm going to look it up, because I'm curious. Because I should have done this already. Wait a second. Okay, so in this case, and that actually kind of surprises me, the Spacer looks like it starts with the most Paragon points that I can see. Which is kind of funny. I didn't know that. So if you were just a military brat that didn't really have much of an anchor anywhere, you were neither a colony that got wiped out or, an urchin child in a gang, but instead you're just a military brat jumping from spaceship to spaceship, that seems to give you the best Boy Scout points. So in this case, because we're going to be doing a silly Boy Scout run, where we're going to primarily save the entire world from itself levels of Boy Scoutness with the Paragon system, we're going to go Spacer.
Confirm psychological profile.
And this one's pretty easy, I think. It's not as good for the storytelling aspects, in my opinion, to go straight Paragon, but let's go through these. So you have the Sole Survivor. During your service, a mission you were on went horribly wrong. Trapped in an extreme survival situation, you had to overcome physical torments and psychological stresses that would have broken most people. You survived while all those around you fell, and now you alone are left to tell the tale. Basically, your entire crew gets eaten by a Thresher Maw. Right in front of you. You're walking down the street, big old Thresher Maw, which if you don't know what that is, you fight a lot of those in this game, and in later games. But yeah, a giant space worm demon, similar to that of Dune, jumps out of the earth and eats your entire crew directly in front of you. Bye! Then you have War Hero. Early in your military career, you found yourself facing an overwhelming enemy force. You risked your own life to save your fellow soldiers and defeat the enemy despite the impossible odds. Your bravery and heroism have earned you medals and recognition from the Alliance fleet. And I feel like this one's the self-evident Paragon choice. If you go War Hero, everyone's like, "Oh my God, you saved all those people and you didn't even try." And you're just, the hero wearing the cape, going, "Yes, I'm Superman," and get used to it because I'm now going to save the galaxy many times over through this series. So that's probably what we'll be going with because of the Boy Scout run that we'll be doing. And then you have the obvious Renegade choice in Ruthless. Throughout your military career, you have held fast to one basic rule: get the job done. You've been called cold, calculating, and brutal. Your reputation for ruthless efficiency makes your fellow soldiers wary of you. But when failure is not an option, the military always goes to you first. You're basically a 40k Warhammer Marine. That's probably the easiest way I could point that. You just will, at any cost, for the Emperor. It's honestly too bad you don't have an Emperor in this one. But yeah, you're just generally, the cigar smoking World War II stereotype. Patton would be proud. So we're going to go with War Hero, because again, we're going with the super Boy Scout of all the Boy Scouts.
Confirm military specialization.
This is preference. So now all of a sudden the role-playing side of the role-playing game actually rears its head, and it doesn't always in these games. It's definitely heavier on the action side than the role-playing side. However, in this particular case, it doesn't really matter. It's whatever you want to choose. They have their various pros and cons. Some of them, in my opinion, are more fun than others. I'll just give a quick read through to them, just for my own sake and to remind myself what's going on, and then we'll just grab one randomly and see if we can make it work. So, soldiers are combat specialists, ideal for the front lines of a firefight. Soldiers have improved health, specialize in the use of all weapon types, start with the ability to wear medium armor, and can train to use heavy armor. If I remember correctly in ME1, it is the only one that has the heavy armor. And I see you, Pat's face. Hold on, let me see if I can get my chat window open right so that I can actually see you better when I see you. Oh my god. Oh my god. I don't know if you've seen that Instagram thing with the oh my god thing, but that shit makes me laugh. Hello. See, I saw my chat. I heard you from last time when you said you couldn't talk to me. Now you can. So there, nanner. For engineer, you have engineers or tech specialists using the holographic Omni tool. They can decrypt security systems, repair or modify technical equipment, disrupt enemy weapons or shields, and heal their squads. They only wear light armor because everybody else has to do the work for them, and they're a little bit... I mean, because they are, obviously, they need to be light on their feet so they can quickly repair things in the background while you do all the work. Anyway, these guys are actually pretty cool in the game itself. You can create, like, digital holographic versions of drones that can go and zap the enemy while you hide behind walls, which can be nice. Well, you need to connect Discord to OBS. Why? What is Discord gonna do for you on OBS? I am Confucian. Anyway, adepts are biotic specialists. I definitely do punctuation well in my reading. Adepts are biotic specialists? Question mark? Through upgradable implants, they can use biotic powers to lift or throw objects, shield the squad, and disable or destroy enemies. Adepts can only wear light armor, and they specialize in pistols. So, these are your mages in this series. That's what they do. They basically throw magic around. The game justifies it because of its mega storytelling magic MacGuffin in Mass Effects themselves. And because Mass Effects are, spooky dark matter, dark energy stuff, they can make it do whatever they want it to do, which includes and is not limited to throwing creatures around, lifting them off their feet, or ripping them apart on a molecular level because, screw you, it's magic and it's cool. These guys are definitely your lightweight mages, your glass cannons, if you will, as you get through the game. They're a lot of fun if you're into being patient and making sure that the powers work. But because they specialize only in pistols and light armor, you gotta be real careful with the way that you play them, and you usually have to be a little bit more careful with your team that you're choosing. So that's fun. I've gone through it on Adept a few times, but I don't know. Honestly, I don't think it's my favorite. Infiltrators combine combat and tech abilities to specialize in killing or disabling enemies at long range. Infiltrators are trained to use Omni tools, focusing on decryption and offensive abilities rather than healing. They can specialize in pistols or sniper rifles and wear medium armor. It's fun to shoot things with a sniper. That's the cool part about this one. That's literally it. You shoot things in the head with large bullets from far away, while your teammates do everything else, which can be fun. Sentinels combine biotic and tech abilities. Technically, they use biotic abilities and advanced healing skills to defend allies, but they can also disrupt opponents with biotic or tech attacks. They are more efficient at tech and biotics than other classes, but at the expense of combat. Sentinels can only wear light armor and receive no specialized weapon training. I mean, true. That's about it. That's all I got there. That's a pretty good... It's just you get a lot of cool powers, but you're not very strong in any other specialty. That's about it. And the Vanguards get way cooler later in the games. Like ME2 and ME3 handle the Vanguard so much better than ME1 handles the Vanguard, because you get powers that allow you to hurl yourself into the enemies with great abandon and then shoot them in the face with a shotgun, which is always exciting. But in this case, you don't get that ability, so instead you just have to like sprint across the field and hope you get to the bad guys in time. Not as fun, just to be frank. So at least in this game, I can't say it's my favorite. Vanguards are biotic warriors. They combine biotics and weapons to take down opponents and are especially deadly at short range. They specialize in pistols and shotguns and wear medium armor. But again, they don't have the cool, like the super flashy cool powers you get in the next few games. You don't get them in this one. So, for our Boy Scout, because Boy Scouting is more or less allowable to any of these. Like for roleplay's sake, it doesn't really make a difference. For commentary or playthrough sake, it doesn't really make a difference. You can do whatever you want in this particular case. It doesn't change the way that you interact with the game very much at all. So I'm thinking either Soldier or Sentinel, because if I remember correctly, Sentinel gets some pretty cool armor options that let you go way longer in the fight without having to worry about cover, which can make it so that you can be real lazy if you want to be. You can take bigger risks. And Soldier, because I get training in every single weapon type, and if I remember correctly, in this game, more than other games, you automatically wear all the weapon types in the game, the entire game. You have access to them, but if you pick the other classes, you don't use them as well. Whereas if you pick Soldier, you have access to them and you can use them as well. So, plus improved health can't be beat. So in this particular case, we might go boring Soldier just for ME1. It's that or Infiltrator, or Sentinel, but I think Soldier today. And then I've gone through the game a few times, so it gives me the option to pick a bonus talent that's just thrown into my skill tree anyway, because why not? I'm gonna go with one of these, because it helps me open doors or open chests. And this game still leans into the idea that you can get chests and you can get a lot of equipment and play with gear. It's something the other games kind of lean away from more. But in this game, you get lots and lots and lots of gear, and you can be a little loot goblin, which, Patsy, I know you like that. Yay, loot goblins. And I don't remember which is which, so I'm just going with decryption, because why not? Now for the awkward part. How do we make this guy a goofy-looking dude? Uh-oh. So do we want big chin or giant cheekbones? Oh man, or even bigger chin. I don't know, I think we're going giant cheekbones. Never seen the sun in his life? Vampire? Probably. I think we're going in that direction. Oh, I can make him literally red. Too much sun, pink. Or bright white. I think we're going pink. I think I'm just going to choose the things I would never choose on an actual playthrough. I think that's going to be my guiding principle. Oh, that's bad. And he's wrinkly. He's pink and wrinkly. Yeah, double chin's always better. God bless this man's cheekbones. Oh man, they're forward and back. Oh, I didn't even notice. Gotta go all the way forward. It's too ridiculous. Oh, this poor man's face. Ear size? Itty bitty ears. Yeah, the itty bitty ears. I think I'm breaking it. Oh no. Oh man, do I need frog lips or thin lips? I kind of like the idea of he's pursing at everybody all the time. We might go with the thin. Yeah, I think that's a win. Duck lips, duck pursing lips at everybody all the time. Pink, duck pursing lips. But I think like the librarian sucking it in looks worse than the duck lips, which who knew? Oh no, Shepard. You guys are witnessing somebody quite beautiful be birthed right now. And I just need to make sure that his hair accessorizes his incredible pink beauty. Are we going Jarhead? We might go Jarhead. We'll see. I don't know. Bald might be better, actually. Oh. Oh no, balding. Oh, you poor bastard. Widow's Peak is bad. Braids? Nah, he's not cool enough for braids. No, I think balding is the self-evident answer there. Oh no. Oh no. Why do they have a pencil mustache? Why is that an option? Oh, sorry, bud. I'm just sad they don't have like a straight handlebar unibrow. He's gonna be too old to be saving the day. I think we're gonna go, well, or should he be super hip with the kids? It's hard to beat pastel colors, isn't it? It's too bad they don't have a bright green. Yep. Alright. Oh, he's terrifying. This is getting worse. Oof, that didn't heal well. Yeah, I don't know, it takes too much away from his gorgeous visage. Yeah, on the chin might be best. Just a little stuff on the chin. Right down the middle of the chin. That's even funnier. Oh, you poor bastard. Alright, time to save the galaxy.
Profile reconstruction
Oh,
complete.
no. This is getting worse. Alright, let's go.
Identification confirmed.
Yeah, I don't want to. We can do Insanity. I've done it in Insanity. Everybody's a bullet sponge, and they never miss any shots. And for the sake of me doing this for fun, we're doing it on Veteran, because no. I don't feel like dealing with the individuals of the squad member stuff, so they can level up on their own. I don't get it. Just get stronger. I don't honestly give. Legendary mode is fine. I don't understand exactly the ins and outs of it, but it should be fine. And then, yeah, they can use their powers. Subtitles are good. Saves are good. Tutorials I don't really care about. Alright.
Well, what about Shepard? He's a spacer, lived aboard starships most of his life.
And he looks like it.
Military service runs in the family. Both his parents were in the Navy.
They would be
He
disappointed.
proved himself during the Blitz. Held off enemy forces on the ground until reinforcements arrived.
He's the only reason Elysium is still standing.
Oh, this poor bastard.
We can't question his courage.
Humanity needs a hero. And
We
Shepard's
might
the best
need to
hero.
question his hairstyle, but we
I'll
can't
make the
question his
call.
courage. In the year 2148, explorers on Mars discovered the remains of an ancient spacefaring civilization. Kind of.
The Arcturus Prime relay is in range. Initiating transmission sequence.
Oh, the hair. What have I done?
We are connected. Calculating transit mass and destination. The relay is hot. Acquiring approach vector.
I'm looking forward to making all of these people salute me while I look like an absolute clown from outer space. Oh no.
Approach run has begun. Hitting the relay in 3, 2, 1.
Thrusters, check. Navigation, check. Internal emissions sync engaged. All systems online. Drift, just under 1500K.
1500 is good. Your captain will be pleased.
Sorry, technical issues again.
Not
But hopefully you can actually see the whole screen now.
so you hate him.
You remember to zip up your jumpsuit on the way out of the bathroom? That's good.
Oh,
I
this
just jumped
poor
this
guy.
halfway across the galaxy and hit a target the size of a pinhead. So that's incredible. Besides, Spectres are trouble. I don't like having them on board. Call me paranoid.
You're paranoid. The council helped fund this project. They have a right to send someone to keep an eye on their investment.
Yeah, that is the official story. But only an idiot believes the official story.
And remember, we're going full proper Boy Scout in this case, even if he kind of looks like he's constantly disappointed and surprised at everybody.
They don't send Spectres on shakedown runs.
So there's more going on here than the captain's letting on.
Joker, status report.
Oh, right on.
Just
Good.
cleared the mass relay, Captain.
Yeah, I only just noticed. I looked over at OBS, and I was like, why do I only see half the screen? This is bad. So what do you think? What do you think about my purple hair beauty here?
Aye, aye, Captain. Better brace yourself.
He's
sir.
glorious.
I think Nihilus is headed your way.
He's already here, Lieutenant. Tell Commander Shepard to meet me in the comm room for a debriefing.
You get that, Commander?
Is he upset?
Something must have gone wrong with the mission.
Captain always sounds like that when he's talking to me.
I can't wait for the romance scenes when the aliens and or female interests are trying to hit on this glorious monstrosity. It's the balding, really. Just makes him sexier.
Congratulations,
Oh, his
Commander.
cheekbones.
Looks like we had a smooth
It's almost as
run.
bad as his hair.
Heading down to see the captain?
Sounds like you don't trust our Turian guest.
Sorry, Commander. Just having a chat with Adams down in engineering. I didn't mean to cause any trouble. But you have to admit, something's odd about this mission. The whole crew feels it.
What do you mean?
You think the Alliance brass is holding out on us?
If all we're supposed to do is test out the stealth system, why is Captain Anderson in charge? And then there's Nihilus. Spectres are elite operatives, top covert agents. Why send a Spectre? A Turian Spectre? on a shakedown?
I'm glad you like him. I think he's utterly glorious. He's so terrifying. Couldn't type because the stream wasn't letting you, or couldn't type because you were busy? It doesn't really matter, I guess, as long as you can do it now. Anyway, I just want you to revel in his incredible purple hair and surprised yet slightly disappointed expression.
What do you know about the stealth systems?
I just know it masks our location from scans and sensors. Cutting-edge technology. The Normandy's the only ship with this prototype drive. But why are we fully staffed? A skeleton crew would be cheaper, less
That
chance
makes
of
sense.
security leaks too. Plus, there's Nihilus.
Well, thank you for not doing anything dangerous. That's great, okay. Is it a cover?
For what?
Damned if I know, Commander. We're out here on.
This is one of the first games I played where it was a voiced protagonist, and it was also one of the first games I ever played where the option you pick is not what they voice. So I would pick for what, and the character wouldn't say for what, and I was regularly confused because it was close, but never exactly matching, and that sometimes gets you into a lot of trouble when you think you're saying one thing, and the character turns around and is like, actually your mom, and then everybody's mad at you. Let's
do you
talk
know
more
about
about
the
the
stealth
stealth systems. I already talked about you. I already told all this. But I want to tell you, you're wrong.
A full crew makes sense. We need the extra hands in case anything goes wrong. And the Spectre is just here as an observer.
Well, maybe you're right, Commander, but I
He
just
said
can't
before he
shake
was
this
proven
feeling
directly
that we're
wrong.
out here on false pretenses.
Do you have a problem with the captain?
No, sir. But I can't.
You've
figure out
never
what to do.
played Mass
Captain
Effect?
Anderson is one of the
What?
forces officers in the service.
Sister
He
face.
melted down all his
This needs to be
emotions
fixed.
like a life-size statue.
I think you would love these games.
You don't send a soldier like that.
Hopefully you can take a look at what the actual gameplay looks like when I'm done with these silly conversations and decide for yourself.
Big is going on.
You don't trust Nihilus.
I don't like Turians in general. It runs in my family.
I almost feel bad now that I created this abomination of a character for your first view into these games. Oh well. Yep, totally gonna unalive. You're not wrong. Actually, he sticks around for at least this whole game.
Nihilus is no ordinary Turian.
You've got that right, Commander. We're an Alliance vessel, human military, but Nihilus doesn't answer to the captain like the rest of us. Spectres operate outside the normal chain of command. And they don't come along just to observe shakedown runs. Nihilus looks like he's expecting some heavy action. I don't like it.
But Boy Scout runs. So in this particular Boy Scout run, if you pick anything up in the corners, usually that means you're a good guy. And this guy's clearly the goodest of guys. Look at that heroic face, the visage of proper nobility. Or you could do the bottom right corners, which is generally Cranky Shepherd. Cranky Shepherd is yelling at people and short with people and telling them that they're expendable and he's probably going to kill them for fun. We're going to go with Boy Scout Shepherd.
I'll see if I can get some answers when I see him.
Good luck, Commander.
Also, Navigator Presley really doesn't like the amount of aliens on the ship. I don't know if you missed that part. And he has some growing to do as an NPC.
I grew up on Eden Prime, Doc. It's not the kind of place Spectres visit. There's something Nihilus isn't telling us about this mission.
That's crazy. The captain's in charge here. He wouldn't take orders from a Spectre.
Not his choice, Doc. Spectres don't answer to anyone. They can do whatever they want. Kill anyone who gets in their way.
You watch too many spy vids, Jenkins.
What do you think, Commander? We won't be staying on Eden Prime too long, will we? I'm itching for some real action.
I sincerely hope you're kidding, Corporal. Your real action usually ends with me patching up crew members in the infirmary.
Relax.
Calm down, Corporal. A good soldier stays cool, even under fire.
Sorry, Commander, but this waiting's killing me. I've never been on a mission like this before, not one with a Spectre on board.
Let's investigate. Investigation time. Tell me about the Nihilus.
What can you tell me about Nihilus?
Turians are generally well respected by the other species. Their fleet has more patrols protecting Citadel space than any other. They don't always get on well with us, though. Some people find them too rigid. Others still blame them for the First Contact War. As for Nihilus, I haven't said more than two
He's so terrifying to look at.
He only speaks to the captain.
I heard Nihilus once took down an entire enemy platoon all by himself. Man, I can't believe I'm on a mission with an actual Spectre.
It's so weird to have a fanboy Marine about an entity that used to... Within the Turians as aliens, they killed the humans. They were the first that went to war with the humans. When the humans were like, we also do space things. And then he's like, oh man, they're so cool. This one's the coolest. He kills them with extra efficiency.
What do you know about the Spectres?
Only what I've heard. Spectre agents work directly for the Citadel Council. They usually work alone or in small groups. Spectres don't have any official power, though. Basically, they're a shadow organization with a mandate to preserve and protect galactic stability.
Protect it at any cost. Don't forget that part. Spectres operate above the law.
Yeah, they are the law. They're the Judge Dreads of this society. Kind of, until the council doesn't like what they're doing and then tells them to stop it anyway. But until then, they're above the law.
The captain's waiting for me.
Goodbye, Commander. Yes, Commander, is there something you need?
Yes, Eden Prime.
You're from Eden Prime, aren't you, Jenkins? What's it like?
It's very peaceful, Commander. They've been real careful with development, so you don't have any city noise or pollution. My parents lived on the outskirts of the colony. At night, I used to climb this big hill and stare across the fields back at the lights from the main settlement. It was gorgeous. But when I got older, I realized it was a little too calm and quiet for me. That's why I joined the Alliance. Even Paradise gets boring after a while.
Any idea why Eden Prime was chosen as our destination?
Not really sure, Commander. Eden Prime's one of our most stable colonies. Good place to take the Normandy for a shakedown run, I guess. No real danger there. There's gotta be something else going on. We've got a Spectre on board. That's why I'm so wound up. I can't wait for the real mission to start.
You wound up because of the mission or because of just how smexy this John Shepard is? I mean, the pencil mustache. Really.
Just treat this like every other assignment you've had and everything will work out.
Easy for you to say. You proved yourself in the Blitz. Everybody knows what you can do. This is my big chance. I need to show the brass what I can do.
Boy Scout answer.
Corporal. You have a long career ahead of you. Don't do something stupid to mess it up.
Don't worry, sir. I'm not gonna screw this up.
The captain's waiting for me.
Famous last words. And apparently, my guy's really ready to shoot you. Put it away, pencil stash. Salute me. That's right. You two, do it. Do it. Oh, man.
Commander Shepard, I was hoping you'd get here first. It will give us a chance to talk.
The captain said he'd meet me here.
He's on his way. I'm interested in this world we're going to, Eden Prime.
So that is a Turian, the bird dinosaur folk of the galaxy. Apparently, they have the strongest collective military in the entire galaxy, just by firepower alone.
They say it's a paradise.
Yes, a paradise. Serene, tranquil, safe. Eden Prime has become something of a symbol for your people, hasn't it? Proof that humanity can not only establish colonies across the galaxy, but also protect them. But how safe is it, really?
Do you know something?
Your people are still newcomers, Shepard. The galaxy can be a very dangerous place. Is the Alliance truly ready for this?
I think it's about time we told the commander what's really going on.
This mission is far more than a simple shakedown run.
Duh, I knew that.
Something you weren't telling us.
We're making a covert pickup on Eden Prime. That's why we needed the stealth systems operational.
There must be a reason you didn't tell me about this, sir.
This comes down from the top, Commander. Information strictly on a need-to-know basis.
Do it.
Research team on Eden Prime.
That's right. I will regularly walk up to the NPCs and force them to salute me as a power trip. That makes me feel better.
I thought the Protheans vanished 50,000 years ago.
Their legacy still remains. The mass relays, the Citadel, our ship drives. It's all based on Prothean technology.
But it's not.
The last time humanity made a discovery like this, it jumped our technology forward 200 years. Eden Prime doesn't have the facilities to handle something like this. We need to bring
Honestly, the only thing this game is missing is a good Emperor Palpatine.
Obviously, this goes beyond mere human interests, Commander. This discovery could affect every species in Council space.
This is such a pro-human thing to be like, why did we tell anyone? We should keep this hypertech to ourselves.
Some species see you as selfish, too unpredictable, too independent, even dangerous.
Sharing that beacon will improve relations with the Council. Plus, we need their scientific expertise. They know more about the Protheans than we do.
The beacon's not the only reason I'm here, Shepard.
Nihilus wants to see you in action, Commander. He's here to evaluate.
Why? I knew it all along. I have big brain, Shepard.
Every time I turn around.
The Alliance has been pushing for this for a long
Oh,
time.
damn. That was so snarky.
Humanity wants a large
He's
role
in my
shaping the
personal space.
policy. We want more say with the Citadel Council. The Spectres represent the Council's power and authority. If they accept a human into their ranks, it shows how far the Alliance has come.
You held off an enemy assault during the Blitz single-handed. You showed not only courage, but also incredible skill. That's why I put your name forward as a candidate for the Spectre.
What? The Birdman put my name forward?
Why would a Turian want a human in the Spectres?
Not all Turians resent humanity. Some of us see the potential of your species. We see what you have to offer to the rest of the galaxy, and to the Spectres. We are an elite group. It's rare to find an individual with the skills we seek. I don't care that you're human, Shepard. I only care that you can do the job.
I always thought this one was funny. He's like, no, I don't wanna.
I assume this is good for the Alliance.
Earth needs this, Shepard. We're counting on you.
Oh, the man's cheekbones.
For myself, Commander. Eden
Just
Prime will be
glorious.
The first of several missions together.
You'll be in charge of the ground team. Secure the beacon and get it onto the ship ASAP. Nihilus will accompany you to observe the mission.
Let's do more lore dumping.
Just what they taught us in school. They were a technologically advanced species that ruled the galaxy 50,000 years ago. Then they vanished. Nobody really knows how or why, though I've heard plenty of theories. But everyone agrees, galactic civilization wouldn't exist without them.
Their citadel is the very heart of galactic society, and without their mass relays, interstellar travel would be impossible. We all owe the Protheans a great debt.
I'd like to know more about Eden Prime before we touch down.
It's a peaceful farming world, but it represents something much bigger. Eden Prime is one of our oldest and most successful colonies. It proved we were ready to face the challenges of settling new worlds, to forge a place for humanity beyond Earth. It symbolizes humanity's growth and evolution as a space.
I often forget how Plato-y the faces look in ME1.
As the world where humans made a discovery.
He's squishy, Anderson.
Why is this beacon so important?
All advanced galactic civilization is based on Prothean technology.
Didn't I say that 4 different ways? Oh, and I supported you to be a Spectre? This guy's an idiot.
Still be stuck on Earth. That was just a small data cache. Who knows what we can learn from this beacon? What if it's a weapons archive? We can't let it fall into the wrong hands.
Whose hands?
The Attican Traverse isn't the most stable sector of Citadel space. There are plenty of raiders and criminal groups active in the region. They might figure a Prothean beacon is worth the risk of attacking an Alliance ship. Plus, Eden Prime is right on the border of the Terminus system.
What's a Terminus?
The Attican Traverse is under Citadel protection. If the Terminus systems attack, it's an act of war.
Technically, yes. But some of the species in the Terminus might be willing to start a war over this.
The guy isn't wearing a mask, that's just his face, because he's a Turian.
With the Terminus systems. We have to keep this.
He's a Birdman. They just kind of look like that. Okay, they got those left lore dumping. Can we shoot things now?
We should be getting close to Eden.
Captain, we got a problem.
Nope.
What's wrong, Joker?
Transmission
More
from
lore
Eden
dump.
Prime, sir. You better see this.
But now dramatic lore dump.
Bring it up on screen.
Get down!
I'm a female soldier. You can tell because I'm wearing pink while I kill things.
We are under attack.
Pew pew, ooh ooh.
I repeat, heavy casualties. We can't get evac. They came out of nowhere. We need.
That's bad.
It cuts out after that. No comm traffic at all. Just goes dead. There's nothing.
Reverse and hold at 38.5.
You singing songs over there, Dink?
Status report.
You loud, annoying
17
puppers
minutes
whom
out,
I
Captain.
love
No
so
other
much.
Alliance ships in the area.
Take us in, Joker, fast and quiet. This mission just got a lot more complicated.
Well, fair enough. I suppose she could be wearing a bikini.
Without drawing attention. It's our best chance to secure the beacon.
The faces. Oh.
Tell Alenko and Jenkins to suit up, Commander. You're going in.
Engaging stealth systems. Somebody was doing some serious digging here, Captain.
Your team's the muscle in this operation, Commander. Go in heavy and head straight for the dig site.
What about survivors, Captain?
Helping survivors is a secondary objective.
So proud of the pencil mustache.
Approaching drop point 1.
So yeah, the giant ship. It's our new best friend.
I move faster on my own.
And it's Birdman's new best friend too,
Niles
as we will soon
scout
find out.
ahead. He'll feed you status reports throughout the mission. Otherwise, I want radio silence.
He can count on my Boy Scout pencil mustache.
Mission's yours now, Shepard. Good luck.
We are approaching drop point 2.
We're not actually going to show you how we get on the ground, because that requires some thinking. So how you boys do? Alright, shooting things.
This place got hit hard, Commander. Hostiles everywhere. Keep your guard up.
So let's start with the long-range pew-pew. Always enjoyed how the guns collapsed on themselves and then would come back out. So they become smaller and then get bigger, and I thought that was always a neat little trick. Also, what gas bags? Peaceful alien lives.
All targets down.
And And we're getting the first chest of the Loot Goblining. And it does kind of an over-the-shoulder third person when you're firing, and then when you're just running around, it's directly behind the character, close. Well, it looks like this fella right here isn't much of a fella anymore. Alright, so you remember how Jenkins was like, I promise I'm going to be slow and safe and take things nice and slow and safe. Well, I can't have 3 people in my party. And I need to get the lady in pink. Oh no! Well, guess he did. The gas bags literally don't do anything negative to you at all. I'm just shooting them for fun. Oh no, he's so very dead. We will be good and respectful to him later.
But I need you to stay focused.
For I am a Boy Scout.
Aye, aye, sir.
Look at just how fabulous he is with his pencil mustache. Not Caden. No, look at me. What powers do I have? Absolutely none. Literally none. That's good. We'll just make him charming. Little robots of death.
Got some burned out buildings here, Shepard. A lot of bodies. I'm gonna check it out. I'll try to catch up with you at the dig site.
Should a boss have killed him? That would have been funnier. No, these were just like the basic robots of death. They upgraded this fire thing from the original release to the Legendary Edition, and it still really doesn't look like fire. Hiya! Gonna find all the crates to loot. Oh, another shrivel thing. Ew, I almost stepped in it. We found Pink Lady. Action slide. Inspired by Vlad the Impaler. Let's go replace a squad member. Oh, I guess I'll get this one. Right in the optic!
Gunnery Chief Ashley Williams of the 212. You the one in charge here, sir?
Are you okay?
Are you wounded, Williams?
A few scrapes and burns, nothing serious. The others weren't so lucky. Oh man. We were patrolling the perimeter when the attack hit. We tried to get off a distress call, but they cut off our communications. I've been fighting for my life ever since.
Where's the rest of your
He's
squad?
looking at her so
We tried to
judgy.
double back to the beacon, but we walked into an ambush. I don't think any of the others... I think I'm the only one left.
It's not your fault, even if it's your fault.
This isn't your fault, Williams. You couldn't have done anything to save them.
Yes, sir. We held our position as long as we could, until the Geth overwhelmed us.
The Geth haven't been seen outside the Veil in nearly 200 years. Why are they here now?
They must have come for the beacon. The dig site is close, just over that rise. It might still be there.
We could use your help, Williams.
Aye, aye, sir. It's time for payback.
Lord Dump.
What else do you know about the Geth?
Just what I remember from history class back in school. They're synthetics, non-organic life forms with limited AI programming, created by the Quarians a few centuries ago. They were supposed to be a source of cheap labor, but ended up turning on the Quarians and drove them into exile. Well, after that, they just kind of disappeared behind the Perseus Veil. Nobody's really heard much from them since.
Tell me everything you know about the beacon.
They were doing some digging out here to extend the monorail and expand the colony. A few weeks ago, they unearthed some Prothean ruins, and the beacon. Suddenly, every scientific expert in the colony was interested. That's when they brought us in to secure the site.
Caden's gun just doesn't exist anymore. He's doing finger guns at the enemy at this point.
This could be the biggest scientific discovery of the century.
What about the scientists?
The dig site.
I don't know. They set up camp near the beacon. The 232 was with them. Maybe their unit fared better than mine.
Yeah, they're all dead.
Describe what happened leading up to the attack.
We were sent out a couple of nights ago from the main colony to secure the area. Seemed like a routine patrol until the Geth hit us. We never knew they were coming.
Dun dun dun. Tell me about Nihilus.
Spectre around here.
There aren't any Turians on Eden Prime. None that I've ever met. Not sure I'd be able to tell if one was a Spectre anyway.
If you saw this guy, you'd know.
He is finger gunning people. This is hilarious.
Luckily, he's on our side.
Sorry. Like I said, no Turians.
Move out.
Get out of my face, pink lady. Okay, pink lady can be assault rifle. Caden can stick with his gun. That's fine. I'm happy with that.
The beacon's at the far end of this trench.
Awfully clean for a spike that's going through someone's abdomen. They should have stuck with these shriveled ones. They probably don't have very much blood in them anyway. Good job getting lit up in the back there, Caden. Alright. Shotgun time. Impatient shotgun time. Bonk. Chest, give me all your stuff. Bye, Patsy, thanks for coming.
The beacon was right here. It must have been moved.
By who? Our side or the Geth?
Hard to say. Maybe we'll know more after we check out the research camp.
You think anyone got out of here alive?
If they were lucky. Maybe hiding up in the camp. It's just on the top of this ridge, up the ramps.
Alright.
Change of plans, Shepard. There's a small spaceport up ahead. I want to check it out. I'll wait for you there.
Looks like they hit the camp
It's crazy to me the differences in the husks from one game to another. Like, they're probably their scariest in this game by a lot. And really all they do is do this. And that explosion will take your shields out and hurt you a lot. And then they just smack you around. Like regular zombie entities. And if the AI could path them a little bit easier, they'd be a lot more frightening. But I think they hit the hardest in this one. They're pretty scary in ME3. In ME2, they're not that bad. I also think it's interesting that there's like a pole through their chest that's like a foot across, and then when they get off of it, there's no hole. Guess that was too annoying to animate. Give me your stuff. Give me your stuff. I'm looting all your dead people's stuff.
That door. Closed. Security locks engaged.
And this is the decryption minigame, and I find it kind of irritating, but I mean, really, how many like minigames like that are fun to actually play?
Hurry, close the door before they come back.
Don't worry, we'll protect you.
Thank you. I think we'll be okay now. It looks like everyone's gone. You're Dr. Warren, the one in charge of the excavation. Do you know what happened to the beacon? It was moved to the spaceport this morning. Manuel and I stayed behind to help pack up the camp. When the attack came, the Marines held them off long enough for us to hide. They gave their lives to save us.
No one is saved. The age of humanity is ended. Soon,
That's promising.
only ruin and corpses will remain.
What else can you tell me about the attack?
It all happened so fast. 1 second we were gathering up our equipment. The next we were hiding in the shed while the Geth swarmed over the camp.
Agents of the Destroyers, bringers of darkness, heralds of our extinction.
We could hear the battle outside. Gunfire, screams. I thought it would never end. Then everything went quiet. We just sat there, too afraid to move, until you came along.
Fun little tidbit. The other BioWare RPG series that was fairly popular around this time was the Dragon Age series. And there's a few references from one game to the other game, and one of the primary references people would point to say that this is just Dragon Age in the future was the fact that the scientist just said, "Thank the Maker," and the Maker is a god in the Dragon Age series that's regularly referenced for the Androstian religion inside of that game. So there's a few other references that you can find that are more overt, references like statues of enemies that you would run into or whatnot in various parts of the game, DLCs and whatnot in later games. But this is one of the only like in-game canonical references that one might be able to tie both universes together with her saying "Thank the Maker," and it doesn't actually come up very often. So it could just be the creators within BioWare giving a little nod to the game. Or if you really like the idea of it, you could just accept that Mass Effect is the galactic future of the Dragon Age's status.
Did you notice a Turian in the area?
I saw him, the Prophet, leader of the enemy. He was here before the attack. That's impossible. Nihilus was with us in the Normandy before the attack.
Oh, the plot thickens.
I'm sorry.
He was here before the attack? Was it Nihilus?
We haven't seen your
Is this man just confused and creepy? We may never know. Or we will find out.
Can you
One
tell
or the
me
other.
anything about the beacon?
It's some type of data module from a galaxy-wide communications network. Remarkably well preserved. It could be the greatest scientific discovery of our lifetime. Miraculous new technologies, groundbreaking medical advances. Who knows what secrets are locked inside?
We have unearthed the heart of evil, awakened the beast, unleashed the darkness.
Manuel, please. This isn't the time.
What's wrong with your assistant?
Manuel has a brilliant mind, but he's always been a bit unstable.
That boy
Genius
crazy.
and madness are two sides of the same coin.
Is it madness to see the future? To see the destruction rushing towards us? To understand there is no escape? No hope? No. I am not mad. I'm the only sane one left.
I gave him an extra
Bold
dose of this
proclamation.
after the attack.
Now, if you choose this one, this is definitely in the bad boy path, so we won't be choosing it. But if you choose this one, your shepherd punches the assistant in the face, knocking him out. For fun. For funsies.
Williams, take us to the spaceport.
You can't stop it. Nobody can stop it. Night is falling. The darkness of eternity.
Hush, Manuel. Go lie down. You'll feel better once the medication kicks in.
Well, first I have to rob you all, so if you'll excuse me... Oh, I thought they had robbable things. They don't have robbable things? Give me your stuff! Okay, bye. In case you don't have any stuff for me to steal. Jerks. Another cutscene? What? Oh, another Turian. What? Is it Nihilus?
Saren.
No, it's the Saren. I'm sorry, you see a guy with that many tubes coming out of his face. He's definitely bad news.
This isn't your mission, Saren. What are you doing here?
The council thought
Being ominous. Full cyborg Turian.
The situation's bad.
Don't worry. I've got it under control.
And that gunshot should have told you how that cutscene ends. And if you don't get it, then you hear the sad cello music behind it.
Look at the size of it.
Is it flying away or shrinking? You decide. Well, the Peregrine Renegade system does play a particularly large role in the way that you navigate various dialogue choices by giving you basically shortcuts and benefits that you wouldn't otherwise have, in as long as you played one side or the other enough to have the points that allow you to unlock those dialogue choices. So it's important to go purely Renegade or purely Paragon if you want those benefits. Obviously, if you're just role-playing for the sake of role-playing, and you don't care about those benefits, then, do you? But here's probably one of the first examples of why trying to build up those Renegade or Paragon points can matter. If I don't mess this up because I'm talking.
Everybody stay calm out there. We're coming out. We're not armed.
Is it safe? Are they gone?
You're okay now. Nobody's gonna hurt you.
Those things were crawling all around the shed. They would have found us for sure. We owe you our lives.
I still can't believe it. When we saw that ship, I thought it was all over.
It showed up right before the attack. Knew it was trouble the second I saw it, so we made a break for the sheds.
Tell me everything you remember about the attack.
The three of us were working the crops when that ship showed up. We just saw it and ran. I don't know what happened to the rest of the crew.
They were by the garage, over near the spaceport, right where that ship came down. No way they survived.
You don't know that. We survived. If they made it to the garage, they could have had a fighting chance.
Do you know anything about the Prothean beacon they dug up?
We're just farmers. We heard they found something out there, but it never really mattered to us. Not until now.
What else can you tell me about the ship you saw?
I was too busy running to get a clear look at it. I think it landed over near the spaceport.
Tell them about the noise, Cole. That awful noise.
It was emitting some kind of signal as it descended. It sounded like the shriek of the damned.
Only it was coming from inside your own head.
It was probably trying to block communications.
Whatever it was, felt like it was tearing right through my skull. Almost made it impossible to think.
I have to go.
Hey, Cole, we're just a bunch of farmers. These guys are soldiers. Maybe we should give them the stuff.
Jeez, Blake, you gotta learn when to shut up.
You have something to tell me, Cole?
Some guys at the spaceport were running a small smuggling ring. Nothing major. In exchange for a cut of the profits, we let them store packages in our sheds.
Smuggling's a crime.
We're not hurting anybody. Hell, most of the time I don't even know what's in the packages. Just thought there might be something we could use. I found a pistol. Figured it would come in handy if those things came back. But you'll probably get more use out of it than we will.
Is it all you
We're
have?
risking our lives to save this colony. You sure there's nothing else in here that could help us out?
Yeah, there's one more thing. I was gonna sell it after this was over, but you probably deserve it more than I do.
Who's your contact at the spaceport, Cole? What's his name?
He's not a bad guy. I don't want to get him in trouble.
Tell me anyway.
Besides, I'm not a snitch.
He might have something to do with this whole attack, Cole. We need his name. It's important.
Yeah, okay, you're right. His name's Powell. Works the docks at the spaceport if he's still alive.
I'm not a snitch. I'm just kidding. I'll snitch.
I have to go.
Good luck.
And now I try to rob you. Give me your stuff. Give me your stuff. Give me your stuff. Give me your stuff. I think there's another chest around here that I'm forgetting about, but oh well. Now we have to talk about the dead nihilists.
Something's moving over behind those crates.
Quick draw moment.
Wait! Don't shoot! I'm one of you! I'm human!
Sneaking up on
Oops,
us like
sorry,
that,
almost killed you.
I am sorry, I was hiding from those creatures. My name's Powell. I saw what happened to that Turian. The other one shot him.
I need to know how Nihilus died.
The other one got here first. He was waiting when your friend showed up. He called him Saren. I think they knew each other. Your friend seemed to relax. He let his guard down. And Saren killed him. Shot him right in the back. I'm just lucky he didn't see me behind the crates.
We were told a Prothean beacon was brought to the spaceport. What happened to it?
It's over on the other platform. Probably where that guy Saren was headed. He hopped on the cargo train right after he killed your friend. I knew that beacon was in trouble. Everything's gone to hell since we found it. First that damn mothership showed up, then the attack. They killed everyone. Everyone. If I hadn't been behind the crates, I'd be dead too.
How come you're the only one who survived? Why didn't anyone else try to hide behind the crates?
They never had a chance. I was already behind the crates when the attack started.
Wait a minute. You were hiding behind the crates before the attack?
Sometimes I need a nap to get through my shift. I sneak off behind the crates to grab 40 winks where the supervisor can't find me.
You survived because you're lazy?
If you hadn't
There's
stuck off
just
to that
sheer
nap, you'd
disgust
probably
on
be
this
dead
guy's
as soon
face just
altogether.
because of the way I made him.
Yeah, I guess.
Kind of adds a level of irony to all his Boy Scoutness.
You're Cole's contact here on the docks for the smuggling ring.
Sleeping on the job and robbing us.
No.
Tisk tisk.
I mean, what does it matter now? So I'm a smuggler, who cares? My supervisor's dead, the entire crew's dead. Doesn't matter now, does
Anything
it?
hidden nearby that we could use against the Geth?
A shipment of grenades came through last week. Nobody notices if a few small pieces go missing from the military orders.
You greedy son of a bitch. We're out here trying to protect your sorry ass, and all you can think about is how you can rip us off?
I never thought you'd actually need those grenades. Who'd want to attack Eden Prime? We're just a bunch of farmers. How was I supposed to know?
Just give me the grenades.
They're yours. Take them. My smuggling days are over, I swear.
A lot of Marines died here, Powell. Those grenades could have come in handy. If I were you, I'd think of some way to make it up to them.
You know,
Yeah,
by bribing me.
There is something else I was saving. Could be worth a fortune. Experimental technology, top of the line. Take it. I don't need it. I didn't want anyone to get hurt. Really, I'm sorry.
Tell me about the Geth attack.
It was quick. 1 minute the ship was descending, the next, those Geth were swarming over the platform. Thousands of them. They must have been inside that mothership. They shot anything that moved.
Is there anything else you can tell me about the beacon?
They brought it here this morning. We loaded it up onto the train and shipped it to the other platform. Hard to believe that was only a few hours ago. Feels like a whole other life.
Tell me about this mothership you saw.
I've never seen anything like it before. It was huge. Landed over near that platform. The whole place got dark as it came down. And it was making this noise, this sound that bored right into your brain.
Blah.
Woke me up. The attack came a few minutes later.
We need to find that beacon before it's too late.
Take the cargo train.
He said
That's
as
where the
he's
other
dragging
train
his
went.
feet and having casual conversations with everyone he meets.
I need to get away from all this.
Thanks. Gimme. Gimme. Wonk wonk. Are there heads to pop? Bump. Bump. Ratatatatata.
Set the charges. Destroy the entire colony. Leave no evidence that we were here.
Just chatting at a robot, has no idea what you just said to it. It's like, what? We do not compute.
Demolition charges. The Geth must have planted them.
Hurry! We need to find them all and shut them down.
Oh no! There's bombs everywhere. What shall we do? Bonk. Oh, I missed. Bonk. Bonk. I'm going to stare at it intently until it stops. Till it repents. You stop it right now, bomb. You know what you did wrong. Now think about what you did. Ah. Good job, Lady in Pink. Give me your stuff. Your actions have consequences, bomb. Man, the pathing is really bad sometimes. No, don't get your oil all over me. Stop. So for a long time I played this game, and I would run up right to the beacon and miss all this stuff. And for an even longer time, and basically until like a few days ago, I did not realize that there's a cutscene here. And from what I was reading, this cutscene that I'm about to activate was there in the original. I never saw it in the original. I didn't know it even existed, like I said, until a few days ago when I was screwing around on Legendary again. And I went too far this way.
It's like someone dropped a bomb.
So I guess that was a city once. The running animation's so jank. I'm looking for chests, don't mind me. Like that one, right there.
Normandy, the beacon is secure.
This is amazing. Actual working Prothean technology. Unbelievable.
It wasn't doing anything like that when they dug it up. Something must have activated it.
Roger, Normandy. Standing by.
Ooh, pretty.
Shepard! No, don't touch it! Too dangerous!
Wah wah. So apparently the entire point of the mission was to take that object intact into Alliance Marine custody of some kind or away from Eden Prime as a colony. Instead, the colony gets wiped off the face of the map. People get put on spikes that turn them into cyborg zombies.
We identified the ship that touched down on Eden Prime.
And we see blue aliens with boob window.
A human alliance vessel. It was under the command
Tremendous
of
boob window.
They managed to save the colony.
And really goofy headdress. Just casually move out of the way of his rage. Sir, you are grabbing my face.
This human must be eliminated.
He's so very pink.
Dr. Chakwas, I think he's waking up.
You had us worried there, Shepard. How are you feeling?
Minor throbbing. Nothing serious. How long was I out?
About 15
Phrasing,
hours.
Shepard, phrasing.
Something happened down there with the beacon, I think.
It's my fault. I must have triggered some kind of security field when I approached it. You had to push me out of the way.
You had no way to know what would happen.
Actually, we don't even know if that's what set it off. Unfortunately, we'll never get the chance to find out.
The beacon exploded. A system overload, maybe. The blast knocked you cold. The lieutenant and I carried you back here to the ship.
I appreciate it.
Physically, you're fine. But I detected some unusual brain activity. Abnormal beta waves. I also noticed an increase in your rapid eye movement. Signs typically associated with intense dreaming.
I saw... I'm not sure what I saw. Death? Destruction?
He's just so handsome.
I better add this.
That's what Ashley was thinking.
Oh, Captain Anderson.
Anderson's gonna come and ruin
And all the readings look
all
normal.
of the
I take
moments,
Commander's
all
going
the
to be fine.
sexual tension in the room.
Glad to hear it. Shepard, I need to speak with you. In private.
Or did he make it worse?
I'll be in the mess if you need me.
Sounds like that beacon hit you pretty hard, Commander. Are you sure you're okay?
Jenkins' dad.
I don't like soldiers dying under my command.
Jenkins wasn't your fault.
I don't know why his teeth are
You did a
yellow,
good
but it's
job.
kind of hilarious.
Chief Williams isn't part of the Normandy crew.
I figured we could use a soldier like her. She's been reassigned to the Normandy.
Williams is a good soldier. She deserves it.
Lieutenant Alenko agrees with you. That's why I added her to our crew.
Intel dropped the ball, sir. We had no idea what we were walking into down there. That's why things went to hell.
The Geth haven't been outside the Veil in 2 centuries, Commander. Nobody.
You said you needed to see me in private, Captain?
I won't lie to you, Shepard. Things look bad. Nihilus is dead. The beacon was destroyed and Geth are invading. The Council's going to want answers.
I didn't do anything wrong, Captain. Hopefully the Council can see that.
I'll stand behind you and your report, Shepard. You're a damned hero in my books. That's not why I'm here. It's Saren, that other Turian. Saren's a Spectre, one of the best, a living legend. But if he's working with the Geth, it means he's gone rogue. A rogue Spectre's trouble. Saren's dangerous, and he hates humans.
Why?
He thinks we're growing too fast, taking over the galaxy. A lot of aliens think that way. Most of them don't do anything about it. But Saren has allied himself with the Geth. I don't know how, I don't know why. I only know it had something to do with that beacon. You were there just before that beacon self-destructed. Did you see anything? Any clue that might tell us what Saren was after?
Just before I lost consciousness, I had some kind of vision.
A vision? A vision of what?
I saw synthetics. Geth, maybe. Slaughtering people. Butchering them.
We need to report this to the Council, Shepard.
What are we gonna tell them? I had a bad dream?
We don't know what information was stored in that beacon. Lost Prothean technology, blueprints for some ancient weapon of mass destruction, whatever it was. Saren took it. But I know Saren. I know his reputation is politics. He believes humans are a blight on the galaxy. This attack was an act of war. He has the secrets from the beacon. He has an army of Geth at his command, and he won't stop until he's wiped humanity from the face of the galaxy.
You're right, Commander.
It's not that easy. He's a Spectre.
Captain Anderson?
Do almost
Captain.
That's why we need the Council on our side.
We prove Saren's gone rogue, and the Council will revoke his Spectre status.
I'll contact the Ambassador and see if he can get us an audience with the Council. He'll want to see us as soon as we reach the Citadel. We should be getting close. Head up to the bridge and tell Joker to bring us into dock.
Alright, so that's the first mission down, and I think that's going to be it for this delightful creature here. Let me get some lighting on that beautiful face. It's just gorgeous. Gorgeousness. More passion. So anyway, I think that's it for today. This was a good experiment. I enjoyed this, even if in the beginning the video was all jacked. Oops! But anyway, we'll continue to experiment. We'll continue to move on with Boy Scout Shepard here, and eventually probably work through the entire Legendary series for funsies. And if you want to join me next time, please do. Otherwise, have a wonderful day.